asking one question. I just feel like I can just see and point in her face now. How important is music to you in your daily life?
Music is life.
Music is life.
Yes.
Danny, how about you? How important is music? Because these days, you have turned into editor. You'll be doing action movie with your editor. Let me put it.
Oh, I didn't
there's
say
never-
how much I like this, actually. It's giving me an inspiration. Imagine this made with Ashoke on this beautiful outfit that I have on. Hey.
Well,
It
we're not
will
imagining
be
it. It's this one we are
hanging.
seeing. But guys, how
No, but it will
important?
look nice.
But I really want to. Eedris Abdulkareem has been trending for the past few days. An interview was released just on Monday, yeah, where he spoke about a lot. You know, there's this thing about how legends pave the way and how they are being forgotten. You know, and so he brought back a lot of things. Still, there's a lot of reference to. I don't know if how many of you, if you remember the issue with 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Still remember that made a lot of buzz. So I think it was when Charlie Boy spoke about it, and then how Idris reached out to him when it was happening, and then he went to the airport with his bike gang and everything. Then go chance 50 Cent, and get to meet with 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent, why they chance our guy? You understand that kind of thing. And so he has been trying to make a lot of revelations. He made reference to Burna Boy, who implied that nobody paved the way for him in some ways. And so, you know, he shut down what Burna Boy was saying and all of that, and said how they hustled and all of that. I made a number of allegations. But you see, Peter, I think it was Peter or Paul, one of them, one of the
Paulo
P
Coelho.
Square, yeah, came up and said, look, guy, you've been saying a lot, and this is not as it happened. You are one of the worst people to have been around. These were his words. Because he said when we were trying to get things together, when we tried to form a united front, you left our setup. So Paul said that time the top artists in Nigeria came together to make some demands, and you left and went behind to collect lower money. You slide us than what was planned. Now, being a part, if you remember, there were the Remedies in the 90s to the early 2000s. There was the group, the Remedies. You had Eedris Abdulkareem, Tony Tetwila, and Eddie Montana, or Eddie Remedies, as it were. Both of them have now come out through different posts to slam Idris big time. And they said, look, dude, they use unprintable words to call him out. And then Eddie Remedy personally said, look, I remember the time when you were paid over 100, or we said you were paid 150 million for some deal that you did. And I was hustling. I'd gone back to Asaba for 4 years. Nothing was happening for me. After we broke up and you went solo and you were doing quite well. And I came to Lagos asking you for help. You were telling me I'm in this hotel. You turned me around. You said you gave me 5,000 naira, according to what he said. You know, and then Tony Tetwila just this morning is also calling him out and all of that. And, you know, so that thing now comes up, and you see, in everybody's story, in your story, you are the hero. You understand? There's no, the villain is always somebody else. And we've heard things about, you know, you know, things that happen. But my point is this, yeah, these OGs and all of that demand, asking for respect or asking for that, that relevance or something. Are their wants warranted? Should they be doing what they're doing now, trying to gain relevance in some form of way or trying to prove? Because I feel like if you've done enough and you actually paved the way, or you actually did, people, yes, majority of people, or some people might not, but generally people are appreciative of, you know, people would always mention that, and then at times we can see it. I mean, the other time we had Usher at Super Bowl, and we know, he said he reached out to, what's his name, that Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was not available at that time, but Justin Bieber gave a shout out, look, without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. You were part of people that discovered me and all of that. And we saw it. We saw Usher feature a young Justin Bieber. We've seen, what now? Wizkid being featured on that Banky W. Like, at times, people can see that you pass the trade, but then everybody asking Idris, who did you bring up? Who did we see that you have brought up? And so that's where the discussion is all going around and all of that. So if you claim to be an OG, then your works
should speak for you. Or the people that you have mentored.
That you have mentored, or that you have
helped. You know, that you have helped.
What are your thoughts on all of that, as it were?
Anyways, I'm going to hinge on what you said, right? Basically, I think that's the caption for my statements. It's basically that everyone is a hero in their own story. So that's the way I honestly see things. And this is life. So the way you see me, something I do, is not the way see something you do. Do you understand? I might be doing something from a place of, oh yeah, let me do this thing for this person because I care about this person or whatever. And then the person is seeing it another way. Do you get? For Eedris, I'll just say that exactly, like, if you've done something, but I think he's been known to be a troublemaker, right? And for everybody coming out to drag him, so I think that is enough proof that what he's saying is dust. Do you understand? If Burna Boy literally comes out to literally say that, okay, nobody paved the way for him, despite the fact that that statement might not be totally true, he knows the challenges he has gone through, right, to get to where he is today, that makes him come out and say something like that. And everyone, to be very honest, should allow people the freedom to express themselves the way they want to express themselves and believe and give at least a quantum of truth to whatever the person is saying. It might not be exclusively true, but then again, I believe there's a truth in everything.
And something about the story is that Tony Tetsuila and Eddie Montana, they don't talk.
But because
they don't come out, they don't give interviews, they never come out to talk about the past.
Exactly.
It's only all of us that, of all of them, I think the person that is remembered the best like is Tony Tetsuila. Remember, you don't bash my car and all the other stuff. We always know, Tony Tetsuila, OG. You know, they don't give interviews and talk about what happened or not. But this time around, they all came out. Eddie Montana was raving in his car, he was insulting Eedris and all over. So what do you think, from what you said about how, you always are the hero in your own story. There's that element of Oga, and we knew that this guy, you were troublesome in your own side.
Yeah, but, still going back to the hero in your own story, maybe according to Eedris, that's how he sees himself, because he would never, in some of his interviews, fail to say that without him, or without him having to do some of the things that he did, the hip-hop industry wouldn't be where it is today. Hinging on, his issues with DMX, his issues with 50 Cent, and how, some Nigerian artists in the past have been relegated, especially here in Nigeria. And he was the one that sort of, defended them, fought for them.
That's one of them, and I'm saying that Oga is a lie. He didn't defend anybody.
Like I said, going back to...
I know the OGs are saying...
going back to what he said.
Oga didn't defend nobody.
Still going back to what he said. Maybe that's the way he saw it, right? Maybe that was his intention at the time when he did what he did. But now, these other guys are coming to say, which of course, at the end of the day, these people have not been in our faces, or they've not been in the news for a while. And it's also an opportunity for everyone to just sort of seek some level of relevance and say, okay, I was here, I was there, I was there. But then, like you said earlier on, what gives you that relevance are the people that you have mentored, the people that you have empowered, the people whose journeys, whose hands you have held and said, come on this journey with me. I want to take you there.
Just adding on, something I'm noticing about life. If you don't do it, somebody else will. So that one, if I did not do it, somebody is, that's
yeah.
You see, I would want to say something like you said, from now, look back at your life.
Yeah.
You're a fashion designer, you're a TV presenter. Who are you mentoring? I've seen a lot of people today, they are there, they are in the industry, they are forming Jagaban, they are covering everywhere.
Alone.
Video on top. You are here, you are a filmmaker, you are in your mind, you are stopping careers. Who would you say? Can somebody say? Think about it now. You will not always be where you are. And you one day be an OG and you'll probably be forgotten and you'll be fighting like this, like Eedris. I fought for everybody. I point 50 cents, they point.
So it is the people that you have,
have you
supported.
Raised?
Yeah.
Who have you mentored? Think about wherever you are, you can always do something.
I mean, look at this Wizkid. He would always give credence to Banky W for, being where he is today.
And I honestly believe that it's not everyone that has the mentoring power.
Yeah. You gotta go.
You
gotta go. So big shout out for me. Let me just give one shout out. Olamide Bado. Not my Olamide. Yeah. Olamide Bado, the mentor. All right. But hey, come on. And of course, my own Olamide, if you should tell his own story, how many years Olamide have you been in media? 20, 30 years? 40? But hey, come on. Just let us know what you think. Hit us on social media at TVC Entertainment _. We'll see you after this time out.
Cheers.
It's coffee that you stole.